Just doing a quick little update on the Bronco. Everything seems to be working. Got all the lights to work. Got the sniper kit hooked up. Got it to fire. Got the new dash put in. It's not installed yet because somebody had asked a question in the comments, one of my videos of actually putting it together, of how I wired it into the wiring harness. It is a little, my situation is going to be a little different, I'm assuming, unless you are using a new wiring harness or using the American Autowire one that I used, doing it to the old school one. Not sure how much help I'm going to be showing you what I did, but I'll do it anyway, just so you kind of get an idea. I'm sure you've noticed on the back, all the wires are labeled. Well, on my wiring harness, all the wires are labeled as well. Oh, would you look at that? UPS guy's here with my alternator. Anyway, so all the wires here are labeled. I'm sure they are on yours too, but like I said, everything in my wiring harness is labeled as well. So it was pretty easy for me to just kind of connect them, and I soldered them all in there. I just kind of used the instructions of this and the wiring harness and just kind of put two and two together. Everything unplugs right here. This was just an extra. But yeah, everything's working. Even the little dome light's working. I'll kind of prop this thing up here and turn the ignition on. I don't have the key in it yet. Obviously, this thing's still, working, or in a work in progress. So and there's the fuel pump you hear from the sniper kit. I'll show you that real quick. So we're not done yet. We still need to put a bunch of, toggle wires in and all that. But there she is. It actually was not that hard. It's only 4 wires really to connect into the old wiring harness. I'll fire it up real quick. Like my key. That's pretty sweet, isn't it? So I made it. There's a little button you push. You can get it to where the tack is right here. All the gauges seem to work. Everything's working over there. So far, so good. And now that I got the alternator, I can put that on. And now I can actually let it run, get up to 160 degrees, and it'll start tuning itself. Well, here is how we did the return line going into the tank, because I'm putting a plastic tank in this thing, a 33 gallon. So we kind of didn't really want to drill through the hole or drill through the tank. We put it right through the top of the sending unit. I think next time this is the old one. I'm gonna get a brand new one. It's on its way, but we want to try to fire it up today. So I'm just gonna, set up the old one. But next time I think I'm gonna drill a little closer to this so it's not so close to the edge. I did have to cut a little bit away to get the bolt or to get the nut on, but I think that'll work for now. That's how it's supposed to be, I guess. This did not come in the kit. This is something I had laying around the garage. They sent 3 of these in the kit. They were, I don't know if they're supposed to send 4, if they sent 3. I'm not really sure what they were expecting you to do right here to add this thing on there. But this is just something we had laying around, so we just added to it. So that is the return line and sending it. She's outside today. I'm gonna get that thing wired up. Put the tank in. Go through all that wiring. Well, it's another lovely day in Oregon. It's nice and wet and rainy. I'm just doing this so I can kind of show some things that I may have skipped over when I was doing my install video, because I was really poor at actually filming everything that we did. So I just want to go over a couple of things that people may have questions about, or just kind of show you what we did. Hopefully it helps. So part of the wiring runs through there. That's where all your speed sensor, reverse lights, and the rest of your like tail light harness is going to go, and then your headlights and everything are going to run through here. When you lay the wiring harness out, it's all going to seem like it goes together, but just make sure you pay attention to what wires are in there, because I mean, I had this all laid out on either side, and then ended up taking a bunch of the wires out of here and having to move them over to the other side because they were for the stuff on this side. Big mistake on my part, but we worked it out. But see here, we have all the, I have the Holley kit all put on, so we got everything all zipped up, everything for your distributor. I put a GM one wire alternator on there. Great upgrade. I should have done that a long time ago before I did the wiring harness, but that's all right. And then this is kind of how we ran the fuse block and all that stuff. I'm not sure if that's the way it's going to stay. I'd like to clean it up a little bit, but that's just the way it is for now. Some of the wire, well, a little bit of the wiring you're seeing is also the sniper kit. It's all done now for the most part. I did you saw that I was doing the dash. It's all in there. But that's where you have your fuse block, and everything runs into there. We they do include the plug to build through here, and I mean that kind of gives you an idea on how we ran it. Yeah, everything just kind of tucked up in there nicely. I did run into one issue that was just kind of my bad, where the windshield wipers were going back and forth, and it actually rubbed a hole right into the coil wire. It's in the wiring harness, so just beware of where everything's moving back and forth in there. But so far everything's working. I mean, I got lights. I even installed door lights. They actually say forward on the ground, but this one I think cracked and got a little moisture in there. But I just ran the hoses through there, or not hoses, but wiring, new door plugs and all that stuff, which comes with the wiring harness. Let's see. Now I did have an issue with the ignition, where even if you turn it, like if you just full turn it on to accessory, it'll turn the starter. So I just kind of lightly turn it, and then it's fine, and then you can engage it. And you got to kind of turn it back a little bit. So the difference between the stock one and the one that you get, it's like the one that you get is like a 4-position. At least that's what it felt like. It was a 4-position. And then the one that was stock was like a, you know, accessory. It just felt like kind of a 3-position with the spring over to the starter. This one, it's just a little different. I've adjusted it a few different times, and that's the best I can get it, so I kind of left it there. Anyway, that's kind of it. If you have any questions, feel free to ask, and I will answer as best I can. I get notifications right away, so I try to answer questions as quick as possible. Yeah, there it is. I still have to do the radio and do a couple little other things with this project, and then she's gonna be done. So yeah, thanks for watching. I hope I helped or answered any questions that I may not have answered before. So like I said, if not, just comment below and ask. I'll try to answer. Thanks for watching.